What is Section 2, dear?
Oh, yeah. Section 2 is our news and notes, our tids and bits. We call it Do You Give a Bleep? And we try not to curse, but YouTube kind of dictates that we can't curse. And so we did last week, and our story about Ryan Dunn tweeting from Beyond the Grave was deemed uneligible for monetization. It was quite controversial, I assure you. So, do you give a bleep? I don't give a bleep.
No.
But, so what's the first one you got?
Okay, the first one is the Kim Kardashian robbery in Paris.
Oh. Do you give a bleep about this?
I don't give a bleep, but I'm trying to figure out who on earth thinks it's actually a good idea to take $11 million worth of jewelry out of the country. Because you got to fill out all those forms on the airplane and...
And I'd assume in some countries there'd be taxes.
Yeah.
Well, she was also taking pictures of them, too, while she was there, and basically giving away her location and the fact that she had a bunch of jewelry, like millions of dollars worth.
She was disclosing her location?
I think so. Well, I think you can figure it out.
See, what cracked me up was that apparently the concierge reported that the robbers didn't ask for her by name. They asked for the wife of the rapper.
Huh.
Oh, man. It's true. Kanye West is bigger than Kim Kardashian.
Almost definitely.
Like, I don't know. He's like Donald Trump, but thank God he's not running for president.
He said he was going to be running in 2020.
I know.
And I'm pretty... It may happen. We may turn into a mediocrity, which would be really interesting. I'm all for it. I saw the commercial for the debate tomorrow, and it's like it was like a reality show. It was actually pretty funny. It's just like, what's gonna happen next? But it's a little off topic.
No, that's fine. It's tough, right? The politics of it all. Ultimately, when it comes to politics, it's this year especially. It's just such a tough year. So it's never been this polarized. And we all have an opinion on it. And the most important thing to remember is it's an opinion. Right? I can get upset about lies being told and infactual things, but ultimately we do have to respect everybody's opinion, and we're all going to vote, and we're going to find out what happens. And I don't want to hear any of this, it was rigged. You know, I get shouted down when I talk about Bernie Sanders and how the DNC rigged the election against him. There's a lawsuit right now trying to pull it out, right? Mm-hmm. Pull out the exit polls from I think it was California. Mm-hmm. And there was I think it was a newspaper, they had they'd done the exit polls, and then after the election they declined to release them. So there's a lawsuit to make them public record. And if it turns out that there was rigged polling stations, it's gonna be awful.
Well, it won't change too much. I mean, as long as Hillary says she didn't know it happened, then the FBI will drop it.
Right.
I'll just be like, oh, well, she didn't know.
Right.
She didn't know it was against the law to do that, so it's fine. I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter by any means. I feel like this entire election cycle is akin to two monkeys throwing feces at one another.
Right. I just don't give a bleep about it anymore.
It's pretty much what's going on.
So Kim Kardashian. That's, to me, it feels like the big conspiracy of like, oh, look, Kim Kardashian. Look at Kim Kardashian. Let's not look at what's about to happen. But
I'm pretty sure Alex Jones commented on it, and they said it was like ISIS did it or something. There's like some weird Illuminati stuff
really
with it. Yeah, like I haven't read too far into it, but I just saw it all over like InfoWars and stuff talking about like what happened and who did it, and has some connection to some like, you know, DNC staffer getting murdered and all this stuff. I'm just like, this is too great. It plays out like a soap opera.
It really does play out like a soap opera. I'm familiar with a lot of it, but I don't. Alex Jones isn't my cup of tea. But you know, He's all. The one thing I give Alex Jones is I don't think he's lying to his audience. And I think that's why he has an audience, a very sizable audience. But just like the Young Turks, right, they have very different audiences, but they're honest with their audience. And that's ultimately the only way to do this in this 21st century. So to me, Alex Jones is the Fox News of the internet, but I'm okay with that. We got to have him. He serves a good purpose. And you know what? I'm looking forward to the day when it's really, really when I find out it's really, really all a conspiracy.
I was right.
I'll just be like, yep, you were right, man.
He's right here in Austin. I've had a couple friends who've seen him around. I would lose it if I saw him in public.
I bet he's the nicest guy.
Oh, totally. I bet so too.
I want to go have a beer with him, but I kind of don't because I don't want to get him a little liquored up. Because then it would just come at you all night.
He'd probably sell you on like a water filter and a bunch of vitamin supplements. He's just an enterprising water filter salesman. His whole shtick is the New World Order. He really just wants to sell his water filter.
We're all being played, everybody.
All being played.
All being played. Though, you know what's nice is what we do, I'm very transparent about what I'm trying to sell you because it's a record label. We just do this for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the whole point is to sell records. And we're very marginally successful at it. Yeah. So that's the idea. All right. I don't give a bleep. Do you give a bleep about Kim Kardashian?
I give like a very soft bleep.
Really? Soft bleep.
A very tiny bleep. Because I'm kind of interested to see if there's any other stuff that comes out of that or like who did it. Because there's speculation on whether if it was reptilians or ISIS or the Pink Panthers, which I guess is some big jewelry heist group from the Ukraine or something. They say that they may have been involved. It's kind of like a crime story. They may make a movie about it. Who knows?
They'll probably make a movie about it.
So yeah, I give a small bleep. They'll make another George Clooney movie where he plays some. that's what's gonna happen.
Ocean's 27.
Yeah.
Get Kim Kardashian's jewels. All right, moving on.